Hi there, welcome to my first ever process video. Today I'm going to show you February subscription kit, I Heart Us, and I hope you enjoy this. So I have made some alterations to this kit, not a huge amount, but you see that I've decided to take the strip that belongs here, put it there, but I'm cutting up so that I don't use it all, so then I have a little piece left over. So this way I use a lot less material. So my pictures are going to cover most of it anyway. So here I am just lining up where these are going to go, but I also wanted to add another color, another piece to this. So I'm kind of playing around with it, trying to figure out what I want here. Ultimately, I do end up using this yellow piece, and I do the same thing. I already had it cut. I have some leftover pieces from my Workshop Your Way kit, so I do the same thing there, and I just cut that up so that it takes up less paper. So I'm going to lay out my photos here. So I decided to pretty much stick with the layout instructions for the placement of the pictures. The right side is the same as the workshop, but the left side I decided that I would change it up a little bit. It's the same photos, I just changed up the placement of them. I just felt that it suited what I wanted to do a little bit better. So here I'm just taking the punch out embellishments, and I'm adding the 3D foam tape, and I'm overlaying them. So this just adds a little bit of dimension to the layout, just popping up a few of those letters. It has a really cute effect on the layout. So now I'm going to work on the left side page and lay out all my photos. And I had a lot of photos for this little trip. So I wanted to make sure that I could include as many as possible on the layout, but I didn't want to clutter up the layout. So what I decided instead was I would take the 3x4 photo and make it a layered one. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add flip-flaps to this. So I'm adding 2 flip-flaps, and the way that I like to do the flip-flaps is to make sure that the adhesive strip is underneath of either a photo mat or a journal box or a photo. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to attach my base photo to the mat. I'm going to kind of stick the bottom of it down. I'm not going to stick the whole thing down. And then I get my photos into my flip-flap. I peel the little tab to get it started, and then I line up my photo. Once I've got that flip-flap all lined up, then I peel the rest of the tab off and I press it down. So you can see here that I put the photo in the wrong way. I always end up doing that and have to switch things up. So I'm doing this a second time with the second one, and there you have my little flip-flaps. So from here, I decided that I didn't really like the solidness of the lagoon circle at the bottom of the page. So what I wanted to do was just put some stamping on there. So I found a little starburst image, and I've just random stamped it in tone on tone, so lagoon on top of the lagoon, and it just adds a little bit more texture. All the other circles kind of have some sort of pattern on them, and this ties it in with that. So now I'm going to go ahead and start adding the embellishments to the layout. I started with the journaling circle and got that kind of placed where I wanted it. And now some of these other punch-out embellishments, I find that they often have the little tabs sticking out from where they were attached to the paper. So I often trim those with a pair of scissors, and occasionally I'll use my sanding block, but usually the scissors are faster for me. I also had leftover embellishments from the Workshop Your Way kit, so I've pulled some of those out, playing around with them on the layout. I also purchased the matching PML cards for this kit. I had used some in the workshop layouts that I had done, but I had lots left. So one in particular, I cut out the title from it. I ended up fussy cutting it and popped it up on some pop dots, and it really fit really well on top of that journaling circle. So I'm really happy with the way that turned out there. So I'm pulling out some more of the leftover complements from my kit, and I'm just kind of playing around with the placement of them. I really like these little banners, but they just don't seem to really be working for me. So I kind of leave that alone, and then I just go back and I start putting the other embellishments on pretty much the way that they're shown on the layout. So now that I have all the embellishments down, I'm just going back to these little banners here, move them around a little bit, and then I finally decided that I really like just that one little green one, just by itself there, and quite happy with that. So my next step was to use this little leftover piece that I had from the other kit that came with this month. I just felt that there needed to be something kind of down in that bottom left-hand corner there, so I added it and I trimmed it up, and it just kind of finished things off there. So then I pulled out these little gems, glossy dots from my stash, and they just seemed to be the exact right colors. Even though all three colors that were on the card matched well, it seemed to me that the ones that looked the best were just the yellow ones. So I just started placing the yellow ones around, trying to kind of just finish it off, and that was the last step in this in this project. So I really hope that you've enjoyed watching this, and look forward to more.